Hey guys, Grumpy here with the next episode of Zero to Hero. So in the previous episode, we did some experimentation in the Abyss. So the first thing that we wanted to find out was if the Abyss exists around the perimeter of the sector, and it does. It's not just restricted to Limbo. It is anywhere that's outside of the main system here. The second thing that we wanted to figure out was how we can get into more threat fights. I tried looking up on Reddit and just going through like YouTube, and I couldn't find it. I'm sure that information is out there somewhere. I just didn't come across it. So my assumption is still jump into gravity wells, and then there's a chance that there could be a threat fleet waiting for you. So I'm gonna continue to go on that assumption. There was some rumor that your transponder needs to be on. We'll test that out later on next time we do a expedition into the abyss. Um, we also discovered that even if you don't click on the abyssal lights, if you interact with them, so sensor burst or interdict pulse, you can still trigger the event. Now, in this episode, or in the last episode, there was cowardice because I wanted to save my fleet. Again, I do play this as if it's Iron Man. If I lose my fleet, I lose my fleet and I have to rebuild. That's just part of Starsector. I wasn't confident that I could deal with that threat with the fleet that I had. If I had the fleet that I have in mind and all the weaponry, like the exotic weapons that hopefully we can secure relatively soon, I think it would have been a totally different fight. I think we would have been able to win. So saving ourselves that trouble, what we're gonna do in this episode is um, head back to civilization, refit, reset our fleet, and we're gonna do exploring of blue giants for the reason that I just mentioned. We need exotic weapons, and you get exotic weapons from what are known as hyper sharp fights. So it's very end game, very difficult fights. However, I'm confident of the fleet that we have now that we can take on those fights. And as a reward, we'll get some of the special weapons in the game known as exotics. So there's two of those fights. I've explored most of the blue giants and I didn't see them. It is possible that I missed them, but I believe I active sensor burst near every blue giant, which is enough range to see around the blue giant. But it is possible that I could have missed it. So we'll revisit our blue giants and see if we can find any hyper shunts. Um, and then beyond that, we are. Let's see. Are we favorable yet? We're cooperative with the Luddic Church. I'm actually gonna head to a Luddic Church World and purchase an Invictus. I think an Invictus is going to be exactly what we need in order to deal with some of these abyssal threats. I was thinking about it, and the abyssal threats they deal mostly like energy damage, some kinetic, very little high explosive. So the Invictus is just a tank, right? And then on the Invictus you can put a ton of ballistic weapons that can really break down these ships. They do, I think they have a lot of shield and a lot of hull, but they don't have a lot of armor. So even high damaging kinetic weapons, like a high velocity driver or something, will do damage to um, those ships. So those are the goals of today's episode. As we run far, far, far away from the abyss. This place makes me so nervous, and I guess that's the point. Right, let's get out of here. Hmm. Ah, music. Makes you wonder though if this music is the sound of the like of hyperspace, because you don't hear it when you're in the abyss. And then we can ride the slipstream all the way back to Delta Rush, where our nearest gate is. Also, we've been settling colonies all over the place. We're driving up our colony prices, but that's fine. I'm fairly confident that we can deal with the persons. We need to go pay when it activates. We need to go pay Kazaron a visit, and we need to go there anyway because they have a domain artifact that we would like to borrow. All right. We need to go to Delta Rush. So we need to emergency burn. Do that. Oh, another thing is we need to continue to develop our hyperspace topography data. This next one that we get is really good. +3 burn speed, 1 in hyperspace. As long as we have 18 base speed, or not base speed. As long as we have 18 speed, then we'll have the max 20 in hyperspace. Right. But what we really want is generate slip surge, because you can use that to fling yourself deep into the abyss. It's actually really nice. And I'll show that off later. All right. The old squalls would have been nice. They did a lot of damage. Now they just do a lot of damage specifically to shields. They also used to have EMP damage. Oh, okay. Alright. So you've chosen death. Hit me with the Reaper, okay. I'll hit you with 6. A lot of game, of course. Fantastic. Alright. Okay, I'm going while we're doing our investigation, I'm going to check in between here one more time. I doubt I missed it, but it is possible, of course. I didn't think so. Alright, rumors of a pirate raid. If the raid is successful, targeted colonies will suffer from reduced stability. If the raid is defeated, your colonies will suffer less shipping disruptions from piracy for the foreseeable future. Alright, let's go ahead and head back. You could also go dark. By the way, if you don't want an emergency burn, you could also go dark near a star, and your ships will fight against the coronal winds. So you can get to things like probes that are tucked away. Alright. Oh, for those of you that did want to see the fight against the threats when you mess with the Abyssal Lights, I mentioned it in the previous episode, but I do have a VOD up of a live stream that we did. The fight is there. The weather is about as miserable as you could think. Basically, almost a total wipe. Lost all my cruisers. But it was fun, at least, learning them. Learning what they did. If I remember, I'll pin it as a comment, and then their chapter, so you would be able to see when the fight takes place. Let's head home. You're interesting. Unfortunately, you're not near a blue giant. But a Doom in the fleet might make a difference. A second Odyssey would be great. Odysseys are some really... They're really cheap to deploy, and I don't know why. They're great ships. They're 45 deployment points. With 2 large missile mounts and a large missile mount and 2 large energies. And you get those exotic weapons that I was mentioning earlier. This thing is an absolute nightmare. Also, we need to clean up our officers. You get the chance. While we're here, now that you have expanded missile specialization, I think I'm going to swap out the squalls for dragonfires. Okay. Spectre's right in the middle. Alright, we need to get a dragonfire for you. And then we need expanded missile racks. I get, if we're modifying it that much, then we're kind of getting away from what makes it good. Like what makes it survivable. Let's not do that. You'd have to lower these down to like daggers or something. We will always buy Marines. Colony. Okay, and then let's check out this colony threat really quick. Okay, I'm pretty sure we'll get a notice when they're about to attack. But also, I think they're spawning in Hull. So it's like right next door. So when we see that notice, we need to be quick about it. Alright. Let's modify our auroras. And you're cautious. I don't need you to be cautious. I need at least like a steady officer in there. Don't need one with ballistic mastery though. You'll work. You'll work just fine. And then let's go ahead and auto fit you. And that works perfectly. Kind of. It'll be fine. Alright. Pair of ships. Drop off everything. Do you have... Could go with another Sunder. I was thinking about pre-patch, something that I was cooking up was Sunder with a Paladin PD system in it. But the issue is the Paladin PD sits in the Sunder has a fixed has a hard point. So the Paladin PD doesn't rotate as far as I know. Let me see something. Because you can get some insanely long ranges with the Salamander, with the Sunder. Yeah, it just uses it as an offensive weapon. Doesn't even try. What do you say to your right? Doesn't even try to target smaller solar missiles. Okay. No, unfortunately that won't work. We're good on tachyon lances. We don't need more. I have that covered. And then we have auto pulse cannons over here. We'll bring an enforcer though. Because enforcers have tons of missile slots. The missile that I think we're missing from the fleet are Gorgons to deal with frigates. So let's go ahead and do that. And then your weapons could be just simple. Okay, that's not gonna work. Alright, we'll do this. Yeah, that looks better. And let's do expanded missile racks. And do I have an ordnance expertise officer? I have a few. That could be you. And that's close. Closer, the flux dissipation is better. And then we'll put some heavy machine guns on the side. We'll make that work. It's mostly going to be fighting off other frigates, so it should be fine. But I think that's a good addition to the fleet. Alright. Let's go ahead and grab some fuel. This will basically put us in the negatives, which is okay. Oh no, it won't. We'll have only 50,000. It's fine. It's just fine. Then let's head to our gates here. And there'll be plenty of opportunity to get other alpha cores. I think I'm going to turn the alpha core now so we have the money. So we're not going to be able to afford an Invictus even if we find one. All right. Slaughterhouse Suna. Interesting. Bounties. Is that bounty still available? It's available for 78 days. I'm gonna see if we have a gate out here. If not, we can always jump to like Eos Exodus or Caden and then fly out to it. I would love to secure another Odyssey. First, we need to go to McKick. And drop in on the star up here. And we need to turn these cores in. Uh, 960,000 credits. That's pretty good. And for what it's worth, we also gain reputation with Tritachyon, which is always nice. Alright. And now we need to go to... go see if we can pick up an Invictus. Hesperus is the military world, so we'll go ahead and drop in here. Yeah, I'm a knight, just like you guys. Alright, anyway, we visited the shrine there. Okay, so Knights of Blood by... They don't have one. They have a retribution. Not really interested in that. We'll check out Tartessus because it's a larger world, but I doubt they're going to have it because they're not military tagged. Let's see. Do you have one near the bounty we're going to? You definitely do. Yeah, we'll accept that. Trade. That's illegal to sell. You can't sell that. Another retribution on the black market. Not what we need. Head over here. Neither one of these are military worlds. Is that it? We'll just have to check when they refresh then. Alright. Alright, and then we need... Sorry, trade the fleets, check. New. They do have Prometheus for sale. Not what we need. And we'll check out Asher last. Really? I scanned that gas, right? Oh, go over to the man with the paper book and see what he wants. Hey, we got our history book, so now we can see the history of our colonies and our fleet. Possible location of the blueprints for the Onslaught 14 and the Onslaught Legion. I think we could take both of these. Which one do we want, though? If we could only take one. The Legion 14 is so good. But in Onslaught 14. I think we can take both. Let's take the Onslaught. Yeah, you can only take one. That was rough. That is rough. That is cruel. Alright, let's steal some supply while we're over here. Take your heavy blaster. And your daggers. We can actually... Yeah. We could swap out to daggers, but I mean nowadays it's better to just run two tridents. The reason you ran daggers instead of tridents before was the amount of Atropos you got per deployment point, or for ordnance point. The tridents used to be 25, but now they're 20, you get 4. So 5 ordnance point per Atropos versus daggers, you get 3 for 18, which is 6. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it is in the same system. Fantastic. All right. Well, we're supposed to be. Well, we're still gonna do this. We're gonna explore these blue giants, but first we're gonna go knock out those bounties. I can't believe they made me choose. That's so cruel. I did get a notice that our colony size grew to 4. Yes, and now we're getting Letic majority. which is fantastic. So this thing's gonna explode in population. Letting majority increases stability, production of farming, as well as population growth. It is seriously good. For that reason, we're going to lean into it and we're going to build farming. It's dirt cheap to build. It's really profitable. We already have food covered by our main colony, but this one just helps out. Helps generate more credits for us. That's good. It's size 13 and it's already it's size 13. It's size 4 and it's already 13,000 positive. Hazard 100 rating world, man. It's just good. We can also build light industry on this world. We don't have Letic majority on it, unfortunately, because we have mining. So we won't get all the same bonuses, but light industry is a lot of money. You know what? Nah, we'll do it this way. Yeah, we'll do light industry. We won't get the +1. You don't have to be a megaport yet. We won't get the +1 like we're getting on Banshee. But I mean, like, we shouldn't ignore it. Yeah. Hold on. The other choice that we could go with is we can cancel the refinery on Poltergeist and instead just jump straight into where is it? Heavy industry into an orbital works and then do the refining on this world. I think I like that. Yeah, we'll do that instead. So we'll build that. We will shut down this and get a refund. And we'll just go straight into heavy industry. Oh, all of our credits are gone already. Whatever. It takes money to make money. Sometimes you have to scramble a few omelets to make an egg or however it goes. On the bright side, we made we made 4,000 credits. We should get hyperspace topography data for this. Hello? Ah, yes, hello. I would love to fight you. So move it to engage for this. We'll bring the old slot. Should be easy fight. I want the old slot to follow me and not get itself blown up. And then I think we were floating above pair, so we can just drop straight in and knock out those 2 bounties real quick. We both have built-in ECCM package, so So we don't have to worry about the ECM rating disadvantage that the enemy applies to us. And we get things like this. You know, maybe bringing the old slot alongside with me. Why do pirates have scarabs? Bringing the old slot along with me wasn't a great idea because if it accidentally hits me, it's going to like destroy a huge chunk of my ship. This thing was made to kill phase ships. Ah, I see you have an attack lance of your own. Alright. Now you can go kill. That was pretty good. You gonna go ram it? You gonna do the thing where you ram it? We will pursue them. We'll let our second command handle it. Nice. Yeah, we'll take this guy for sure. Healthy dose of supply and fuel. Thank you very much. No, we are not hovering over paid, not yet. Or pair. And then, as far as our next skill point goes, there's a couple places that I want to put it. One thing that I want to check out is automated ships. So, I don't know. I know you can use this to recover. You can use this to recover remnants, but I don't actually. I can just check right now. Let me see. F2 ships. Fabricator. No. Hive. You are considered automated ship. So if we can recover these automated ships, very curious. And then I don't remember what the other ones are called yet. Shrouded Eye. These are not automated ships as far as I can tell. So these would not be recovered. Oh, that just looks so horrifying. Okay, so those would not be recoverable. But I would like some some threat ships in my fleet. They seem really good. Alright, let's continue on to pair here. So for right now, we'll drop the points somewhere else. Could do target analysis. Actually, I think we will do target analysis. Bonus damage to capitals and cruisers seems insane. We will need to go down the leadership tree, but for right now, for ourselves, target analysis is really good. I wonder. Wait, can you even do that? No, you can't. I was like, I wonder if there's a way to kick a ship out of your fleet and then scuttle it, like explore it and destroy it that way, because you would get more out of it than just scuttling the ship. But no, there's no way to like just eject the ship out of your fleet. All right, so let's go knock out this bounty. Oh, I didn't even see they had Aurora. Supergiant primary star. Yeah, that's gonna be this one, actually. Where we just were. Nope. So let's jump in. Oh, there's a gate here. Nice. So again, focusing on completing the main storyline is paying dividends. We now have an escape hatch after we complete this fight. And it's also really close to the edge of the galaxy. Yeah. I doubt there'll be a gate in this system or this system. We'll check here. But I mean, this is fantastic. Also has some potential. Nope, never mind. They're all barren worlds. Hopefully one of them is good and we can colonize it. But anyway, let's see. You're located, because we have to be quick about this, near a barren. Why are you like that? Alright, thankfully there's only 2, 3... no, never mind. There's 4 barren worlds where you can be. So let's just start searching. We'll search this one because it's the furthest, and then looks like there's a cluster of 3 over here. Actually, while we're here, we can go ahead and activate this. This should tell us, might tell us where they are. If they're in range. Yep, looks like there's something outside of this barren world. Let's see. Could be a probe though. Yeah, it's a orbital habitat. Okay. I doubt it's near this barren world because yeah, we would have saw it already. We must be quick about this. Proceeds to survey every planet he comes across. Alright. It's hard to tell, but you don't have ruins. That's just the debris cloud. Your prospector. You look like another probe. There's noise everywhere. Okay. Oh, there's a new icon for orbital habitat. Right, let's check this one. Daytime. Okay, we get a gamma core. That's not bad. So it was on the last world. We will check that out when we're done, and it looks like they're down here. We'll let them fight. I think this is too close. I think if we try to fight them, we'll get the debuff from fighting in the Corona. One thing you can do, though, is if you have all solar ray ships, you can take advantage of that. Okay. I don't know what happened to the rest of your fleet, but we're still gonna get paid out for this fight. I probably don't need to be here. I raised the supply cost of this for no reason. This fight is going to be over long before. Long before we even join the battle. Have you go grab that real quick. Out of reach. Alright, now we'll bring everyone in. Have you back up. I've really come around. So the only brawler that I used to respect was the the Luddic Path brawler. It was one of the first videos that I did it was one of the first ships that I did a video on actually on this channel. But the TT brawler is also really nice. Just it's like a budget Hyperion. Has plasma jets, so it's fast. It has those 2 energy slots, of course, and then you also get 2 missile slots on top of it. We're out of points. Full assault. That's one thing that I need to do. I need to get more command points. This is egregious. Very easy fights. We don't get the Odyssey like we were looking for. It might still be recoverable in the debris, but we do get the brawlers. Okay, there's synergy slots, not missile slots, but still good. And sure, we'll put a Medusa in the bag. Nice. So now we have a Doom, which is great. Where did the other Odyssey come from? What? Duplicated Odysseys? This is a bug? I don't know. We're gonna take them both home though. So now we have 3 Odysseys. Crew under strength. Yeah, that's an understatement. I don't know where that other Odyssey came from. It wasn't on the screen. We got Marines. I was hoping we get crew, but that's fine. We can't carry that. I was gonna make room for food, but we really don't need food. Alright. There was a thing up here. We'll check that out, then we'll hit the gate and jump back home. So we're in time to meet the pirate raid. There's a supply cache. Okay. I wonder if this is faster. Yes, I know our transverse jump a lot, but in this case, I think it'll actually save us time. Alright. Travel through gate, let's head home. And where are you guys looking to go? 7 days until departure, 19 days. So you guys are coming from Hull. And you're heading to Gamma Boragi. Okay. You're heading for my capital world. Makes sense. Alright, let's go grab some crew and get ready to destroy some pirates. Oh. I wonder if you're the armada or if there's another one. Were you patiently waiting for me to return? So we'll go ahead and move into engage. It really is unfortunate that we don't have crew, so we're fighting this at a lower CR than we otherwise should have. But this should be just fine. I mean, I don't see a single ship that worries me. Go ahead and secure some objectives here. And we'll party on the comm relay. And you can go capture that, actually. It's so fast. It doesn't have any CR. Like, it won't last long, but that ship is so fast. Alright, and then we should be able to capture another objective. And then with that, we can bring in... I'm actually going to bring in the Odyssey. Nah, doesn't make any sense. Let's bring in the old slot. And you, and then I'm pretty sure at this point we can just full assault. Anything that we come across, of course, we can destroy. And the rest of our ships are fairly autonomous. Kind of just handle themselves. Alright, I want you to go deal with that. Looks like the rest of the pirate fleet is down this side of the map. So let's go head over here. Ah, Omen destroyed. That's unfortunate. Oh, oh, okay, that was fast. We can kill you first. Alright. Then I want the Auroras over here. Got some strikes and stuff over here. Just gonna grab this whole bunch and bring them over here. Now I do have to pay attention because there are strikes behind me. But this strike has harpoons, and then the other one... they both have harpoons, so I should be fine. It's Reapers that can surprise me. I hear them being fired off, but I think we're fine. And I think that's it. The mule here that won't last long. And there's a shade that'll probably get away. So we'll go ahead and claim victory here. Take our omen back. Honestly, we'll just dump the, well, yeah, we'll dump the food. Nice. Now, was that the armada? No, the armada is still on the way. Was it? Yes, the armada is still on the way. Spectre is to the north here. Sorry, Banshee is to the north here. You won't need food pretty soon, but we can at least drop that off. So that's fine, and then we can drop off you guys. Weapons, and then we can borrow some crew. Repair our fleet, and then we can get ready for a fight. So it should be pretty easy. Our ships are repaired. We are ready to go, and they're approaching from Hull. So we just need to hang out here. And I do want to just triple check. Departure imminent, and they're heading to Gamma Voravi. Okay, that's where we are. Any last minute changes that we want to make? Well, we can put these up so that we're not paying the maintenance costs on them. We'll grab them later. I wonder if it'll stay like that. Actually, this will do better. All this will do better on our rocky world that we just settled. Actually, we do need to keep this. Okay. Can we? Yeah, I mean, we might as well. Can we scrape together? Can we put together a good Doom with the limited weapons that we have? Nah. Maybe we can Frankenstein an Odyssey. We'll strip one. We'll strip this one because it has more D mods, and then we'll put it away. Let's see. Dagger. Squall on the backside. Let's go high intensity laser, sure. High intensity laser does serve a purpose here. Most of their ships don't have shields, so it's really effective against them. A little bit of everything. Sure, why not? Some PD. And then we need hardened shields, extended shields should be fine. Bunch of cap, integrated targeting unit, and bunch of vents. And do we have any officer available? Yeah, you're great. Perfect. I wonder if we can get them. I don't mind fighting this, of course, but I wonder if we can get them to fight the armada first. No, don't touch me, don't. Ah, okay. It's not worth it to be that cheeky. We'll go ahead and engage this, but that would have been nice. In my entire Starsector career, I've never been this capital heavy before. Usually it's like two capitals. I mean, but the Odysseys are just so good. They're so cheap to deploy. And again, I don't know why. Their platform is insane. And they're tanky ships. They start with no, they don't start with 0.83. I think they just have one. But between field modulation and hardened shields, you can reduce that so much. I think their plasma jets does get them in a lot of trouble. But I mean, they're just solid. I don't think you know what a bad day is. But you're about to find out. Alright. And we get Alpha Core from this? We get a beta. Yeah, we get a beta core. Oh. Whatever. Oh, what? This one's even smaller than the last one. I was trying to get back to Banshee to repair our ships, but we got intercepted. This cannot be the Armada. It must be. There must be like two fleets or something. This is pitiful. Wasting my time. You can go capture that real quick. You guys are gonna collide, aren't you? No. Okay, good. I do prefer of the two systems, I definitely prefer the plasma jets because they allow you to move in any direction with increased top speed and maneuverability over the plasma burn ability, which just shoots you forward. Oh, you need ECCM package for your missiles. I forgot about that. I don't think there's a single ship here that poses a threat. Okay, I guess to be fair, the pirate colony crisis is probably one of the first ones you interact with, and they probably don't expect you to have double Odyssey, ziggurats, old slots, uh, two Auroras by the time that the pirates show up. Because we only have colony size 4 worlds is our largest one. Look at them go. I'm so glad that bug is... Well, I don't know if it's a bug, but that interaction is still in the game. Just, you know what, this isn't even worth any kind of strategy, just full assault, man. It's still spinning, the chunk of Shepherd debris. I mean, that's how space works, there's very little resistance, so any inertia you have just carries on. But that's funny. Is it still spinning? It's still spinning. Beautiful. Alright, claim victory. Well, honestly, just let them go. That was just more so embarrassing than anything. Okay, so that's not the armada. There is still an armada on the way because we still have the pirate colony conquest or the pirate colony crisis. I'm gonna attack you again because you need to get away from me. Yes, there we go. Or maybe I didn't blow up the flagship. No, it's still there. Ah, here we go. Okay. Now the armada arrived. Okay, this is more so what I was thinking of when it came to a pirate armada, like a raid. Still not very strong. We should be able to cut through this, but at least they have capital ships. So for what it's worth, we can go into engage. If we open Comlink, will you do anything? No. There's no special dialogue with them. Alright, let's go ahead and move into engage here. Really, it gives them the advantage. Okay. I don't see why. We'll leave ourselves out for this initial bit, and then go secure these objectives. And I think of them, we want to secure the comm relay the fastest. Ah, huh. We don't have enough points. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel this, and I'm going to get you to retreat. And I think if we retreat both the Omen, we don't need the monitor either. Keep the Omens on the battlefield for point defense. I think if we retreat both of these, then we should open up enough points to get ourselves on the field. But I need you guys to be quick. Cancel that command. Yes, just enough points. Perfect. We're gonna leave this alone, and instead we are going to... maybe we could have used the monitor. Instead, we're just gonna fight around this comm relay. The comm relay is more important than the nav buoy because we don't care about fleet movement speed if we're just gonna be stationary. And then also, the sensor jammers don't matter because I'm pretty sure we already have ECCM advantage. ECM advantage, and then also most of our ships, if not all of them, have ECM rating, which means they let's get rid of these phase ships while we can. You know what? Old slot, do your thing. And we'll set some engage commands on that. Very rude. It's gonna hit me with a Reaper, and that's gonna piss me off. I think if I fire Reapers this close, they'll actually end up damaging me as well. So let's not do that. Alright. Just have to be a little cautious there, but no big deal. The downside of Uxor Reapers is that it struggles against frigates. It's just the nature of not having any point defense, you know, not having any AoE coverage. And go to that, and actually, I think at this point we could just full assault it. I'll go kill this up here. No, I need you over there. I can phase through the debris. Now I'm thinking with portals. Right. Yeah, I think we took some frontal damage from that. Nice. Okay. So fairly easy fight. Would have went sideways. Well, honestly, I don't think it would. I think we would have been fine even if I didn't get on the battlefields. But it definitely helps being able to control that area, deal with these like smaller threats, even though it's not our advantage. We'll pursue them. Just get a few more supplies out of it. And then they didn't have anything that I was interested in. I'll take a Falcon P as a trophy. And all these wonderful, wonderful supplies and weapons. And apparently the armada still hasn't shown up. Because we're still getting pirate activity. What I will do is swap out the squalls for locusts, and also drop the vents for. Oh, sorry, you already have East Sand package. It's baked into the ship. Another reason why it's just so good. We don't need you. We want to swap out the squalls for locusts. The reason being is we really don't need the kinetic pressure. These ships don't have good shields to begin with, but the fragmentation damage and the volume of fire that we get from those locusts are devastating to them. Alright. And so we wait. Alright. Now this is more of a proper fight. Okay. This episode is going on long, but I just want to contain it all within this. I hope you guys don't mind. Continue. Now, for this fight, no messing around. We do need as many ships on the battlefield as possible to deal with this volume. I would love to get both Odysseys on the battlefield. Let's see. Like, honestly, this would be ideal, but then we never get on the battlefield. We'll just bring some garbage on the battlefield for now. And we'll use the deployment points that we get capturing these objectives in order to bring in the 2 Odysseys. We'll retreat whatever we have to, but let's go ahead and capture these. Yep, that looks good. And I think for this fight, because there's so many ships, we'll probably end up just hovering around this so that we can reinforce and they have a long way to go to bring in their ships. So yeah, I think that works. I'm gonna send 3 this way just in case it's contested. And I'm gonna send you 2 over here. Yep, so it's just me in the old slot. Now, we just need these objectives at the start. Oh, cool. We have Banshee in the background. So that we can bring in our Odysseys, and then after that, we can just let them go. I'm also going to put you on that. Alright. Can't quite bring in both. We would need to drop a ship. That's fine. That's why we did this like this. We would need to drop 2 ships. The Shade and the Enforcer can go. Well, I mean, the Enforcer has a role. It has, well, no, it doesn't even have PD. It has Gorgons, but it is what it is. Go defend that for now. And I'm gonna send you here. Nah, we're not gonna have enough. It's fine. Alright. We get 1 Odyssey on the battlefields. As we lose frigates, we'll be able to bring in other ships. This is why the leadership skills are really good. Best of the best in support doctrine, because they give you a deployment point advantage. So the AI is gonna think they have the advantage here because we're so few ships. But the quality of our ships is so insane versus theirs. Get a live one. There's actually too much debris for my tachyon lances to be effective. Alright. Just this one time, I'm gonna let you have some fun. Alright, let's deal with this venture real quick, and then we can go bail out the Odyssey, because I see that it's getting surrounded. Let's go dump flux. Oh, never mind. The Odyssey is doing just fine. And our Shepherd is spiraling out of control, literally and figuratively. Yeah, no, I see he's doing just fine. Let's clear a path for the the onslaught to return back to defend the point. But honestly, I think it's doing just fine. So I think what played, and we didn't really get to see much of it, but I think what played a really important role there was the Locust Swarmer. And then, of course, the ult slot being able to project damage in every direction. I need to give it more armor. More damage mitigation. I need to check its skills just to make sure we have the right ones. Let's transfer command over to the summon. See if we can't get it as Manticore. Ah, yeah, I got it. So this was half of the armada, I believe. And there's still some more ships on the way. Let's see if we can't repair. And then we can get back to the fight. Just none of this is okay. I'm gonna cut the episode here. The beginning of the next episode, because I don't want to go too long. The beginning of the next episode, we'll continue on. We're just cleaning up this trash. I didn't realize how much garbage there would be. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. Other than that, grumpy out.